I need your help in understanding what's going on with the Washington football team, one of the rivals of your Dallas Cowboys. They wish they had a guy like number 12 for the Cowboys, the jersey hanging over your shoulder. They don't. So it's Dwayne Haskins down, Kyle Allen up, Alex Smith elevated to number 2, Haskins all the way to number 3. Charean, let's hear from Coach Ron Rivera about why he's made this decision to go with Kyle Allen.
I just felt, based on the things that have gone on with Dwayne, based on his development and where he is, we're better off putting the ball in the hands of guys that know our system, a guy that's been in our system for 3 years, backed up by a guy that's been in the system before and is a little bit more accomplished quarterback. This is not an indictment on Dwayne as much as an indictment on the situation, circumstances that we are in. He did not have the benefit of OTAs and minicamp. He didn't have the benefit of 4 preseason games to work through things. And because of that, he's behind in his development in the system. And again, it's an unfortunate situation.
So, look, here's the bottom line. Ron Rivera was very diplomatic about it, but the reality is Dwayne Haskins isn't getting it done. And they've got other options that know the system better, Charean, and they're going to go with those guys instead of giving Dwayne Haskins the opportunity to learn the system on the fly. It is an indictment of Dwayne Haskins. It is a benching of Dwayne Haskins, and it calls into question the future of the guy who was the 15th overall pick in the 2019 draft.
Yeah, no question about it. And, I saw Kyle Allen play enough in college at Texas A&M, and there's a reason he transferred to University of Houston, and there's a reason that he got benched as a starter at the University of Houston. There's a reason he didn't finish as a starter at Carolina. I mean, this is a backup quarterback. I think he can be a really good backup quarterback, but he's not a starting quarterback. You drafted Dwayne Haskins 15th overall last year to be your franchise quarterback, and now there are serious questions about whether he is that guy. The good news for Washington and for everyone, I think we all applaud this, is Alex Smith will dress for a game for the first time in 693 days. That's when he was carted off the field. That's the really great news out of all of this. But Washington has a big problem, Mike, because they look like they're headed toward having one of the worst records in the NFL. I know it's early, but if they do you do what the Cardinals did? Do you bail on Dwayne Haskins and go get the guy you think is better in the draft?
I think you do, and I think that decision's already been made. Otherwise, Haskins wouldn't have been benched. By the way, Ron Rivera was far more diplomatic about Dwayne Haskins than you were about Kyle Allen. you delivered it with a straight face. Allen. You weren't mean about it, but you've made it clear that Kyle Allen is a backup for a reason. And frankly, I don't expect him to be the starter for very long. I think it's just a matter of time before the ending to the Alex Smith Disney movie happens and he's back on the field. But here's the thing. This isn't your normal 1-3 team that's being left in the dust. This is a 1-3 team that is a half game out of first place in its division. So it's not time to fold the tents on the season just yet. This is about trying to will their way into contention with someone who they think gives them a better chance to win, Charean. And they think Kyle Allen, for now, gives them a better chance. And before too long, I think they're going to think Alex Smith gives them a better chance to win.
Well, and there's a reason that they traded for Kyle Allen. It's because they had him, Scott Turner, the offensive coordinator, who is the son of Norv Turner, had him in Carolina. He does know the system. He played in the system. He is better in the system right now than Dwayne Haskins. There's no question about that. I mean, he's just done it for far longer with no real off-season program for Dwayne Haskins to learn the system. I get that, but now to me is the time that you figure out if Haskins is your quarterback of the future. You take your lumps. I realize they're a half game out. Whoever wins the East, we don't expect them to go far in the postseason anyway. And we know that's, I understand. You try to win your division. You want to win games, all that. This is the first year that Ron Rivera's been in this organization. He's had a lot of problems. He has a long way to go to turn this thing around. To me, you play Haskins and figure out if you need to go get that quarterback early in the draft next year.
And Alex Smith knows the system, not because he's played for Scott Turner. He played for Norv Turner. That's how long Alex Smith has been around, but he knows the system, and I think it's going to be him before too long.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.